Now that you've logged in, welcome to the home page. We're excited to share the Community Knowledge Center website that's accessible from here. On CKC, you can find hundreds of local charities to inform and inspire your giving, sorted by the Foundation's vital priority areas. Each charity's profile is a one-stop shop where you can learn more about their work in the community. Back in DonorCentral, you can view a snapshot of the fund details right here. Recommend a grant for donor-advised funds. See your granting history, including pending grant recommendations, approved grants awaiting payment, as well as paid grants. And to repeat a grant to a charity you've already supported, click Recommend Again. Scrolling down, you'll find the Exploring Opportunities section, where you can find a variety of Calgary Foundation's current initiatives, events, and charities to support. In DonorCentral, there are 4 main tabs, including Funds, Grants, Recommendations, and Resources. Let's start with the Funds tab. In this tab, all of the fund details appear, including the market value and spendable balance. If you have more than one fund, click the Choose a Fund field at the top to switch between funds. Here you can view your statements, email your statement to yourself, and print the page. Just below it, you can see in detail grants waiting payment, recommendations submitted but not yet paid, and please note that it takes 2 to 4 weeks for grants to process. Grants paid. Grants are typically paid bi-weekly. Gifts. Please note it can take up to 45 days following the end of the accounting period for online gifts and gifts of securities to be fully processed and reflected on DonorCentral. Pending recommendations. Recommendations not yet submitted. In the Grants tab, you can see all of the fund's grant history, including total granted, total grants paid, and the number of grants in the fund's history. Then you can see past grants to charities, grant totals by year, and by grant recipients. Grant recommendations that have been submitted but not yet approved will appear below in their own section, again taking 2 to 4 weeks for grants to be processed. By default, these amounts show by calendar year. You can change the dates by clicking on the Filter button. To see more details about the grant and the grantee, click on the icon with 3 dots here. Now, if you have a donor-advised fund, let's see how to make a grant recommendation. Making a grant recommendation can be done from many points on DonorCentral. For now, click on the Recommendations tab on the menu bar and select New, and the recommendation form will pop up. You can choose a past grant recipient by clicking here. Or search for a new charity from our complete Calgary Foundation database by typing any part of a charity name or address. If it's in our database, it will appear. If the charity is not in this list, select the checkbox beside Add a new grant recipient not found in above search and complete all of the fields. Once a grantee is selected, searched, or added, click Next. Select which fund you'd like us to grant from by selecting the funding source. Grants can be made anonymous by clicking the Fund Anonymous button. Enter the amount to be granted, keeping in mind minimum grants are $250 and the maximum cannot exceed the spendable balance. To recommend a recurring annual grant during your lifetime until you advise otherwise, select the checkbox here. Please note the default for charitable purpose or program name is General Charitable Activity. Feel free to add more clarity about a specific program by providing your own description. There are 2 optional fields, including you can provide a grant description for more information about the charitable purpose or program name. Here you can add a special request, for example, if the grant is in memoriam of someone special. Follow the prompts to either submit the grant now or save for later. Your saved grant recommendations will appear on the home page as unsubmitted recommendations. When you click the Submit button, the grant recommendation will be sent to us to be processed in the next cycle. Now let's go to the Resources tab, where you can see timely Calgary Foundation publications, reports, and philanthropic resources. Check back often as new items are added. We hope this video was helpful and that you enjoy using the enhanced DonorCentral platform. If you have any questions, please contact our staff, whose contact information is provided below this video.